Hello, Algebra 2. We've started marking period 4, and we're going to start off with Module 17. And just to remind you that this is not an online course, our objective is to explain the difference between theoretical and experimental probability to your peers. So what is probability? Probability is a chance, a possibility that you will get a certain thing, a certain event. We refer to them as events, and the probability usually goes from zero to 1. And if it's 0, if the probability is 0, it will never happen. And if the probability, you guessed it, at 1, then it will always happen. Okay, so that means the probability is always a fraction or a decimal. So 1/4 or 0.25 or 1/2 or 0.5 or 3/4, 0.75. And if my probability, this is my symbol, probability of an event, let's say that event is A, and that event is 1/4, which is 0.25, this is not a percent. So the percentage, I would have to multiply by 100 to get a percent of 25. So I would read this as I have a 25% chance of event A happening. Here is the theoretical version. It says that the number of outcome in an event A divided by the number of outcome in the entire sample will give me a theoretical possibility that this event A will happen. Let's take a look at this number cube. If the number cube has 6 sides and there's 6 numbers, therefore my sample would be 6 in my sample. So my sample S, you would write it like this. So they ask you, what are your samples? It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6 possible things I can get when I throw this number cube or die. 6 possible sides that can be on top. Right now, 6 is on top. Okay? So what would be, I can analyze if I had an event where the numbers were even. So event A, if event A is even numbers, what is the probability that I'm going to get even numbers? Well, how many even numbers are here? 2, 4, 6. So that would be 3 out of 6. The number of event that I'm looking for. The number of event is called even numbers. And the number of samples is the entire amount I have a choice I can get. Okay? So that will be 1/2. And if I multiply that by 100, I get 50%. So I have a 50% chance of getting an even number. What if the event was, I only want numbers that are greater than 4? What are my options here? How many can be greater than 4? Only 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are great. How many of those? There's 2. So the number of my event B is numbers that are greater than 4. Only 5 and 6 are greater than 4, and the total amount of that is 2. So I will put 2, and remember how many is part of my selection or my sample? My sample is 6. So that gives me 1/3, which gives me 33.3% if I multiply this by 100. Okay?